What's up, guys? It's your boy Scoop. You are live with Heavycampfxgroup. Alright, guys, so we're going to be looking at Euro USD, and we are currently on our daily time frame. Alright, so as we know, part of the break and retest strategy, guys, we firstly identify the direction of the market, and then we spot our key levels. This would be our major and our minor levels. All right, guys. So since the market is not open yet, guys, we're not going to be looking at the phase of the market, because for us to collect that information, guys, we need the market to open, and we need to be looking at live data. Right, guys, so we're just gonna spot our key levels and basically just set our bias for the week coming up. So this Friday it's NFP, right, guys? So since it's the first Friday of July. Alright, guys, so we're going to jump straight into it. As I said, we're on our daily time frame, so we're going to identify the direction of the market and just quickly spot our key levels. Alright, guys, so looking at the overall trend of the market, guys, we can see that market is we are in an uptrend. All right, guys, but then if we are looking at this, guys, we can see that market is sort of stuck in between this high and this low. All right, guys, where market was pushing and then it gave us the support, and now it's sort of trading in between this price range. All right, guys, so firstly what we're going to do is just spot our major levels, where this would be our major resistance. All right, guys, and then this would be also major level of support. All right, guys, and then we can see that market was moving in a uptrend sequence, creating higher highs and higher lows. If you scale down to lower time frames, you'll see them perfectly, right, guys? But then just looking at the overall picture of the market, guys, we can see that market was moving in an uptrend until price broke below and then impulse to the downside, right, guys? And then as market was impulsing to the downside, guys, if we look to the left for evidence, we can see that there's actually a significant level where, as price was coming down, creating those, guys, it gave us this double top pattern, right, as support before price continued moving down, right, guys? And then once price reversed, or when price ran into this major key level at 1.16, price started reversing, right, guys? And then as it's moving up, as I said, on lower time frames, you will actually you can see on the side, you can see the trend more clearly, but if you look here, guys, it's not that clear. But if you know what you're looking at, you can see that the market was actually trending to the upside, and it was breaking it actually broke this recent low, creating new highs as it was moving up, right, guys? But then we can see that market failed to push higher, breaking our ascending trend line, impulsing to the downside, breaking this minor key level where this was a resistance and then turned to support. We can see price broke above, came back for support before continuing to push up, but then market impulsed and then it broke impulsively to the downside, right, guys? So now looking at this, guys, our bias for basically the first couple of days, basically Monday, Tuesday, right, guys, when the market opens, guys, we're going to see how firstly how the market opens, right, guys? And then if this support, if this resistance, let me do this. Okay, so this is our minor resistance, right, guys? So if this resistance holds and price continues to reject, right, guys, we're going to be looking for sales all the way to our major support level over here, right, guys? So basically this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, so we're going to be looking for sales, but then we're going to wait for price to push into this level, right, guys? And then we're going to wait for our patterns. We're going to read our candlesticks as to how they open, how they close, and then based on the information that we gather, guys, we're going to sell if the information gives us the opportunity to sell. All right, guys, but then if price breaks above this level, guys, I will not be looking for buys. Let me just do this. All right, guys, so if price breaks above, let me get this, breaks above, comes back for a retest, it's going to depend if I take those buys or not, and it's going to depend if I send the signal or not, right guys? Because as we can see, the market is in a downtrend, right guys? Current price market is in a downtrend, and we can see their levels with their levels. So there's a bit of traffic going to the upside, right guys? So you can maybe buy from here to here if you know what you're doing. There's clear traffic to the left side, but then I wouldn't guarantee that price will get all the way up here, right guys? So if you know what you're doing, guys, if you can gather enough information, then you can definitely buy once price breaks this level all the way to this minor level over here, right guys? Let's just scale down. Guys, yeah, so you can do that, but the reason we are looking for sales, guys, is that if you know how to read the market, we can see that the market is basically impulsed up, and then we can see that we are kind of in a correction phase right now. Let me just mark this out, where this would be our support. Let me just remove this. And then this would be the upper resistance line. All right guys, so market pushed down, and now we are currently in a price is currently in a correction phase. All right guys, so what we would be looking for is just for price to push further into this minor level or major key level at this point, right guys? Because remember, the more you scale down, the more important the level becomes, right guys? So as we are scaling down, or rather on our 4-hour time frame, guys, we're just going to be looking for price to try and push into this area, wait for rejection candles, and then once we spot our patterns, guys, we'll definitely be selling to the downside, hoping to catch the continuation pattern, right guys? So if we look at this is sort of a bearish flag pattern where market impulse to the downside, and then we get some sort of exhaustion or correction, and then market continues with the impulse, right guys? So it's some sort of continuation pattern that we are looking at, right guys? But then we always wait for confirmation, guys. We always wait for our candles to print. We always wait for evidence before we go in for our positions, all right guys? Okay guys, so if you've watched up until this point, thank you. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned, as we will be dropping more weekly video analysis, and then join the Heavycamp group for more chart analysis. It's your boy Scoop. We out.